pick me up, no headlights. Long drive could end in burning flames or paradise. Fake interview. Oh, it's been a while since I have even heard from you. Heard from you. And I should just tell you to leave, cause I know exactly where it leads, but I watch it go round and round the song. Cause you got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, so we never go out.
Dobrodošli fight fans, and welcome to the historic city of Slavonski Brod, here in the great nation of Croatia. The Fight Nation Championships proudly presents another evening of world-class mixed martial arts action for your entertainment pleasure as we return with FNC 28, brought to you and powered by Supersport. And without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to be entertained and get our preliminary bouts underway.
Well, a warm welcome indeed.
From Hamburg, Germany, Cyrene Senobio, raised on the judo mat from the age of 7, a two-time German champion in jiu-jitsu fighting and former national team member, now representing Hammerbrook Gym in MMA.
Yeah, my opponent is very young. I saw him, he's, I guess, 22 years old. He has a lot of fights. His last fights I saw in the internet. So maybe he's very, very good and undefeated. I have much more experience than him, and today he's gonna lose his 0.
From Belgrade, Serbia, this is Luka Pisaric. From the neighborhood of Karaburma, he's been in the sport since age 12. Training alongside legends like Vaso Bakočević and sharpening his skills in fight camps in Thailand with Miloš Janicić.
Iskreno nisam nešto mnogo obratio pažnju na svog protivnika, pogledao sam neke osnovne stvari. Znam da dolazi iz tužne priče, tako da ćemo njegovu priču učiniti još tužnijim u narednih 15 minuta.
Representing American top team Zagreb, he's a fighter who travels the world for growth. His last battle took him all the way to India.
Do sada sam se uglavnom borio sa strancima, prošli je bio Indijac, ovaj je Filipinac.
Experienced, skilled, always ready. Luka Pisaric.
Guys, I know this boy is your local boy and the favorite tonight, but I came from Hamburg, Germany, so tonight I'm taking the victory back to Germany.
Navijajte za mene ako ste ispravni, a također iz principa.
And now, please welcome to the cage in the blue corner. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 62.8 kilos, aged 37 and standing at 166 centimeters tall. With a professional record of 6 fights, 2 wins and 4 defeats, he's representing Hammerbrook Gym from Germany. It's Cyrene Senobio!
Well, as I was saying, a very warm welcome indeed. Good evening and welcome, FNC fight fans. I'm Sensei Will Vanders, joined by the guru Chris Hoekstra.
Good evening, Will.
Us. Well, what a presentation we've got for you tonight. 11 fights in prospect, and well, we start off with an exciting matchup for our preliminary bout. Making his way into the cage and fighting out of the red corner, Cyrene Senobio. Filipino heritage, but fights out of Germany. He comes in from We Love MMA. And indeed, no truer word is said, because we do love MMA. They produce a good conveyor belt of talent for the bigger European promotions. Tonight, of course, not least, being one of those occasions. The German's best facet is his offensive wrestling. You heard about the jiu-jitsu background. Spent a lifetime on the mat, and he uses ground and pound to control the fight. You'll see that come into play. But he hasn't completed one in MMA competition yet. So, you know, in terms of his career and record, we need to see him finish strongly here tonight. Defense has a lot of gaps in it, interestingly enough, particularly from the grappling perspective, which is interesting with that jiu-jitsu background. Yet to complete a submission in professional MMA, grappling defense identified as a clear area of concern. Chris?
Yeah, it very might be. And that's kind of one of the ironic things about this, Will, is the guy has a judo base, a BJJ base.
Senobio!
Going to be very interesting to see whether or not he can get something going. 2-fight skid. Strong team, though. And despite that mixed record, has some very good opposition.
Now please welcome to the cage in the red corner. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 63.7 kilos, 22 years of age and standing at 180 centimeters tall. With an excellent undefeated record of 2 fights and 2 wins, he's representing American top team Zagreb. From Serbia, it's Luka Pisaric.
So Luka Pisaric fights blue, and one of several fighters tonight fighting out of ATT Zagreb. We know that gym with the different players that train there has a very strong grappling game. The Serbian won both his pro bouts with first round rear naked chokes, so he likes to strangle. Likes to soften people up with the ground and pound as well. Also, you know, not monosyllabic in terms of the chokes. He's got a nice triangle in there as well. So the only downside to life for Pisaric is he's been having to train very hard, although he gives a nonchalant appearance here. And tonight when he gets into the cage, he said pre-fight that he's absolutely ready. December was the first time we saw him since 2023, in fact, and if we can get some momentum going with his activity, well, there's no doubt about it, he's off to the races. Could be a quick finish.
Yeah, very much so. You know, he looked really good coming into this fight. We know the gym, ATT Zagreb, they've got a bunch of great fighters on the card tonight. I think a bonus is going to be the amateur experience. Well, from 2019 to 2022, we saw him go 7-0. Another thing that sticks out, though, is missing weight. He was a little bit over the scales, actually. 63.7, the limit was 63, so strong MMA weapons everywhere, undoubtedly very fundamentally sound. But at 22, certainly some learning experiences, I think, to come, especially given that weight miss.
Yeah, and I think the age plays a big part in this. Very, very good at 22, but up against a player like Senobio with the experience, interesting.
And this MMA rules bout takes place at a catch weight of minus 63 kilograms, and this bout will be contested over 3 5-minute rounds, and your referee in charge when the action gets underway, Mr. Ilya Lucic. Fighters to the center, please, for your final instructions.
Our referee, Mr. Ilya Lucic, to preside over this catchweight bout. 3 3-minute rounds contested under FNC MMA rules. Those are the numbers, Chris. What did they tell us?
Catchweight is the division at 63. The biggest age gap on the card, 22 against 37. Of course, the mixed and losing record for Serene. Undefeated at 2-0 for Pisaric, who will have a height and reach advantage, 180 centimeters in height.
So, fighting southpaw, Pisaric, very agile. The reach and the height apparent. Senobio needs to cover the distance to get inside to get his shots off. But so far, Pisaric, well, posing a difficulty for that. A lot of agility, a lot of movement, and of course the range means he can come back, close the distance himself very quickly.
Senobio's chasing here, Will. We often see this. He loves to kind of really come in off hard 1-2s and then the kicks. The problem is Pisaric is so much more well-rounded in this middling distance.
So Pisaric, great footwork, keeping just out of danger. Switch hit, nice little bounce, and starts to go to work, making that middle ground, the distance, his own. There's no doubt about it, Senobio knows how to get in on the inside because he's never fought, I would imagine, a smaller opponent at this weight, but he's given up his back now. It's gone to the ground, and this could be the end of it, Chris.
Yeah, he totally gave up his back there. What a slip. We saw an excellent back take there from Pisaric. Consolidating the position, grabbing that seatbelt, getting those hooks in. Good punching here, Will.
Yeah, absolutely, and it could be a ground and pound finish. I thought the choke had gone in. It's interesting because Pisaric is finishing this really dramatically.
Pisaric is doing an outstanding job of just being a nuisance here, Will.
Got the rear end C going here.
He might be able to get this position on the top, Will. Excellent work. Able to get that mount back to the mount, completely interchangeable here. We just need a few good punches. He could close this show, Sensei.
Well, just looking at the amount of punishment he's taking, he's had some escapology to get out, but look at this. I think referee's looking very closely. That's it, it's all over in the first. Pisaric does it. Ground and pound finish. Incredible, Chris. That really was some punishment. He's been iced. Senobio out of the game in the first round. 22 years of age. What an absolute machine.
Definitive performance there, and that was one of the keys to victory, Will. He had to go out there and establish his size advantage. He had a marked advantage on the feet. That definitely frustrated Senobio, but when it went down to the ground, easy as pie. Excellent performance, very technical and definitive performance.
Absolutely, a lot of damage to the face of Senobio as well, so he took some big shots in the ground and pound, but he initiated the takedown. He initiated the rush to the mat. I suppose no option really to neg out the height and range difference, but well, for the We Love MMA player, it's the bitter cup of defeat that he will drink from tonight. Well, what a sparky beginning to FNC 28. And lots more of that to come. Some great matchups in prospect. And a lot of young prospects that are finishers like this.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, the end comes after 2 minutes and 2 seconds completed of round number one. Your winner by way of TKO in the red corner, Luka Pisaric.
So convincing there for Pisaric, and ATT top team, Zagreb. We're going to have a word with him to find out how he felt about it. As I say, it was a very nonchalant pre-fight interview. Said that he wasn't really too concerned about his opponent. That's confidence for you, but that's borne out tonight in his performance. And the photo op there. They'll be pleased with that. Interesting though, I would have thought that at this young tender age, a little bit of ring time, he could have maybe spread it out a bit more, but anyway, a win's a win.
Luka, čestitke od srca, evo imao si čast otvoriti ovaj sjajni event u Slavonskom Brodu, negdje ti se žurilo. Jako dinamična borba, iako je kratko trajalo, vidjeli smo praktički sve elemente MMA sporta, izvrstan nastup za tebe.
Hvala puno, žuri mi se, zato što moje drugove očekuje borbe i jedva čekam to da gledam, a verujte i vi. Hvala vam puno, Slavonski Brod, najbolja ste publika.
Luka, sjajna amaterska karijera, mnogi su se pitali i iščekivali kad ćeš nastupiti napokon u profi vodama u FNC, evo stigao je taj trenutak, kada ćemo te ponovo gledati. Kakve su tvoje impresije nakon prvog FNC nastupa?
Pa, ovo je neko ostvarenje nekog sna, jer od 12. godine ovo treniram, ceo život sam teo da se borim od kada je nastala ova organizacija, amaterski sam šampion bio ove organizacije, neporažen sam u ovom oktagonu i ostaću neporažen u ovom oktagonu. Hvala mom klubu.
Luka, sjajan si mladić, želim ti puno sreće. Dame i gospodo, veliki pljesak, Luka Pisaric!
say the holy water's watered down, and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually soon, for time is running out. Day after day, we make the Monday our masterpiece. Oh my love, I take.
From Manaus, Brazil, this is Italo Santos. Born in the heart of the jungle, a rising star of Brazilian combat sports. Explosive, resilient, and always hungry, he brings precision, striking, and relentless pressure to every fight.
My opponent is a good wrestler, but I'm a brown belt. I am Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Fast, ferocious, Brazilian through and through, Italo Santos. From Chechnya, this is Ahmed Boz Kagirov. Representing American top team Zagreb, this fighter found a new home in Zagreb, Croatia. A former wrestler turned MMA specialist, sharp, relentless, and always hunting like a wolf. His nickname Boz says it all. Ahmed Boz Kagirov.
Svi Brazilci jaki jiu-jitsu, a ja prvak Rusiji pa Hrvanje. To nije opasno za mene. Gotovo, spreman sam. Naravno, ja sam dobar Hrvač i imam dobra stojka, kao ja pokazao u zadnjem maču u Varaždinu, nokautirao svoj protivnika.
I come from the jungle. I come from Manaus, Brasilia. My name is Italo Santos. I will win.
Živim u Hrvatskoj 1,5 godina. Ja sam Čečen, ali sam hrvatski Čečen. Navijajte za mene.
And now, please welcome to the cage in the blue corner. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 70.6 kilos, 24 years of age and standing at 172 centimeters tall. With a professional record of 6 fights, 4 wins and 2 defeats, he's representing ex-Union Gym, all the way from Brazil. Please welcome the Fenomeno Italo Santos!
Second bout of the evening, a lightweight matchup. Pitching, Italo Santos. From Manaus, Brazil, comes with a 4-2 record. 24 years of age. Crosses the Atlantic to compete in Europe for the first time. So this young Brazilian comes in hot on a 2-fight win streak. Loves an armbar. Uses that to secure a tap out. Picking up 2 submission wins. Gives him that streak coming in tonight, full of confidence. The 24-year-old is active on the feet. Likes to push the pace. Throws lots of volume. Tough and durable, as most Brazilian BJJ specialists are. But he'll have to be careful about a takedown offence, because his opponent is good on the ground anyway. Makes his first European MMA appearance, unfazed by travel. 2 submission wins.
I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with this guy. He's at 24, I think still very much developing as an MMA fighter, but this is going to be a step up, and I think this is the step up that he wanted. Well, we saw him actually win some pretty cool accolades in Brazil, Amazon Muay Thai champ, for example, but it's only been arm bars, like you said, in MMA, so a little bit of irony there. Somewhat short notice for this fight, which could be problematic given who he's facing, a very fit guy who's probably going to press the wrestling, very comfortable everywhere. So Santos is promising fire and aggressive start, and that's what you want.
Well, he's up against a very, very tough opponent for a lot of reasons. We'll get to that in a second. But there's the record for Italo Santos. And high-volume striker, the Muay Thai in the background there, could be of significance if he can get that to work for him against someone who's an established wrestler. And as I say, if he pushes the pace, which he's known for, that may mean that he doesn't allow his opponent to settle down. But fighting red from Manaus, Brazil, Italo Santos.
Italo, the Fenomeno Santos. And now please welcome to the cage in the red corner. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 70.7 kilos, 28 years of age and standing at 175 centimeters tall. With an unbeaten record of 2 fights and 2 wins, he's representing American top team Zagreb from Russia. It's Ahmed Kagirov!
Ahmed Kagirov, originally from Chechnya. He made an impact, big impact since joining FNC in 2025, impressing with a pair of wins. So another with that 2-fight win streak. The Chechnyan trains in ATT Zagreb, so the second of our ATT representatives. He's looking to develop his striking game to match the strong wrestling, and I mentioned that when we were talking about his opponent Santos. The 29-year-old picked up his first knockout win in November. That was a third-round punch. So he has got some hands that he can rely on. Calm character, makes good decisions in the cage, and doesn't offer the opponent much to work with. That strong Caucasus wrestling, though, is the key.
Yeah, big time, Bill. You mentioned it. That wrestling base is just ridiculous. He actually got a national wrestling championship to his name, but more importantly came out and it was the third-round knockout, I think, that really stole a lot of people's eyes last time at FNC against Andrea Shudashvili. It was a little bit surprising, I think, to see him finish like that. Perfect one-punch walk-away knockout. So definitely has, I think, the chops to make this dangerous.
So on paper, this looks to be a wrestler's delight, but both these guys can strike.
And this MMA rules bout takes place in the minus 70 kilogram lightweight division. This bout will be contested over 3 5-minute rounds, and your referee in charge when the action gets underway, Mr. Marko Shintic. Fighters to the center, please, for your final instructions.
Fighters, you know the rules. Listen my command. When I say stop, we stop. If you want to start to close, go to the corners.
Tail of the tape for this one. It's in the lightweight division. Of course, Kagirov is the taller fighter. He'll have a little bit on the reach. Of course, cutting a little bit more weight there. 0.1 kilos higher on the scales. Undefeated at 2-0. The FNC veteran facing the newcomer Santos from Brazil. An international opposition here, 4-2.
Scheduled for 3 FNC MMA rounds. Santos fights blue. Ahmed Kagirov fights red, and Santos trying to press the striking, but again we see another height differential. Kagirov, the taller, has the reach, big deep stance, might fall foul of the Muay Thai low chop kick.
He definitely has those tools, though, on the outside. That's what I'm talking about. Well, big right hand. You can see him stand very tall. He's not at all worried about being taken down.
It's a knockdown! It's all over. It's finished. Kagirov does it within the first minute of the first round. How on earth did that happen? Unbelievable. The Caucasus wrestling, the skills on the mat, none of them mattered here tonight. He had his first KO in the third round. Well, tonight he does it in the first.
The first time Santos gets stopped as a pro. Unreal there from Kagirov. We saw it last time, Will. One-punch knockout power against Shudashvili. This time, not in the third, in the first.
Well, quite clearly, Kagirov, no time for overtime. Gets it done, and he's back to watch it. The rest of the show. Let's just have a look at the replay, Chris. Take us through it.
This is the level of athleticism that we're talking about from this guy. He has the ability to be dangerous everywhere with that wrestling base. We really get to see the knockdown. Here, he was able to close the show just up against the fence. Let's take a look at another angle. Pounces on him, comes in, lands a good couple of rights. 1-2, 1-2, hands coming down like straight-up pistons.
Referee Chintic, no qualms in calling a halt to that. absolutely convinced that the win was there. And so, an early night for Ahmed Kagirov. Gets it done. 3-0. That's impressive.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the end comes after 41 seconds completed of the first round. Your winner by way of TKO in the red corner, Ahmed Kagirov!
Kagirov gets the win there. Slick and clinical performance here in FNC. Well, we had a chance to see him at FNC, of course, November last year. FNC 25 debuting on FNC KO1. Kagirov marches on, and that's another highlight reel in the locker for him. And we'll pull him in here for a short few words. Ahmed Kagirov getting the W here, dangerous at every minute of the fight. Here he is.
Ne samo da si završio posao za 41 sekundu, ovo je bilo najbolje slavlje u povijesti FNC-a. Akrobatski, jesi ozlijedio nogu?
O, da, povrijedio malo. Nema veze.
Trener će biti presretan.
Dobil nakaut i ne mislim za noge. Sve super.
Nevjerovatno brzo napreduješ, što sam ti rekao i ranije jučer. Iz meča u meč, sve si bolji i bolji, tvoja stojka izgleda nevjerovatna, a zapravo si Hrvač.
Da, ovo seriozno, gdje je moj tim, sve oni daju sve. Radim s njimi i ovo pobjeda pobjedili oni, a ne ja. I još danas ja ne mogu izgubiti uopće, danas osobni dan. Ovo mali poklon za mojego tatu, on ima danas rođendan. Ovo za tebe, tata.
Ahmed, toliko dobro ga donosiš u ovaj kavez, jedva te čekamo ponovno vidjeti. Ovo je već treći nastup u manje od godinu dana, kad ćemo te ponovo gledati u FNC kavezu? Osim ako se nisi ovo ozlijedio.
To malo je rana, to normalno. Vidimo se u sljedeći FNC. Ako daš, šef. Nadam se, šef. Hvala ti puno. Hvala svima što došli. Volim se, hvala što došli. Sve najbolje, sve.
Dame i gospodo, tek je godinu dana već priča ovako hrvatski. Ahmed Kagirov!
So Kagirov very happy there with his performance, undoubtedly. Feeling the love here from Slavonski Brod. Of course, if you're joining us, this is the prelims here on FNC 28. Plenty of more great action coming up in your future. Stick with us. We'll be back in a moment as the main card rolls on. And before we take you there, a chance to revisit the fight stats. Of course, there wasn't an awful lot thrown, but exactly 75% of it landed, and it only took one for Kagirov. 50% in the column there for Santos, 4 of 8. 2 seconds of ground control for Kagirov as he was able to get the TKO stoppage in the end, but it really started with that big right hand. One to watch out for, Ahmed Kagirov in FNC.
FNC is returning to Ljubljana, Slovenia. Get ready for a night of pure adrenaline. This one will be louder, bigger, and more intense than ever. See you on 11th April. Tickets available on entrio.si.
I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find.